Good morning, Puckers. It's me, Lawrence Presman, wearing the normal orange. You're watching Puck Time. Dave Koken with us, Andrew McGinnis, Carmine Bianco. So much to talk about today. We're going to take apart both NHL games today, and we're going to take apart the NHL game tomorrow as well, so there will not be a show on Saturday. I want to go first to Dave Koken. Welcome in. Nice call, Dave. Before you even start, I just want to say somebody put up in the chat room, somebody put up in the comments yesterday on YouTube, Dave's play, easy to figure out. He's going to be on the Islanders. Nice call on the Flyers, Dave. Nice win and an outstanding day altogether. Congratulations, my friend.
Yeah, yesterday was real good. I had South Alabama for my first college football play. Obviously, that was as easy as it gets. College football update, 1-0. And since I joined WagerTalk 3 years ago, only exclusive a month ago, but in the last 3 years at WagerTalk, 161 and 102, 61.4% plus 190% in college football. So that's pretty good. NHL is now 25 and 13 since the lockdown. Major League Baseball best bets. Winner with the Angels as a dog. First five yesterday. They're 28 and 15, I believe it is. Might be 29 and 15. I have to check that. Plus 16% gain yesterday in bankroll as I won everything I played. And listen, that special's still up. So for the people who bought a month of my plays for $199, even if you're only playing $50 a game, you paid for it yesterday and have some profit still left over out of that in one day. So that deal's up till Sunday. You don't need a coupon, and you can buy me or anybody else. There's some guys just doing great work at WagerTalk right now across the board, and I think it's a chance for bettors to
I'm with
put
you
the odds
there,
in their
dude.
favor
I mean, this
at a very good
$199
price.
monthly package is just unbelievable value. Regular price $349. The promo ends on Sunday, so guys, make sure to take advantage of it. And I'll give you an idea, a suggestion. Andrew McGinnis. I mean, you want to talk about a run, brother? 32 and 16 in his last 7 days, and he calls himself a low volume player. That's more plays in 7 days than Dave Koken has in a month. But regardless of that, 67% winning percentage, killing it in every sport. How are you, Andrew?
Hey, how's it going, Prez? Good to see you guys. It's going great. And, ever since I talked about the low volume with you guys, I mean, yesterday would really be a good example. 4 games on my card, 4 different sports, KBO, tennis, MLB, and the NBA, passed on the NHL. Had a nice plus 145 tennis winner in the U.S. Open. Diversifying my portfolio here with my clients, and it seems to be working out so far. Most important, though, I hate to get a little sappy, but just getting some good messages on Twitter from clients and stuff like that. And looking at that ROI is the most important, 53% return on investment. Getting some outstanding messages from people on Twitter, and that's really what it's all about. We do this. That's why we have this work that we do, and that's why they buy those special coupons that we give them and the packages, so we can turn a profit for them and try and make back the money they spent on the package in maybe a week or a couple of days. So just want to thank everybody that's been hopping on board, and we'll keep on going.
You got it. Nicely said. Carmine Bianco, you also had a nice 2-0 day in tennis yesterday with a dog.
No, that was the night before.
Yesterday. It all blends.
Yesterday was a terrible day.
Terrible day.
Yesterday was a terrible day.
Carmine Bianco, you've been removed from the panel. Nobody can hear you, Carm.
Talk about.
Okay, you're back. Now you can talk.
Whatever. I wear it. You know what I mean? When I have a good day, I talk about it. When I have a bad day, I talk about it. Why hide? The guys who turtle when they have a bad day are the guys that I'm not big fans of. So when you have a bad day, you wear it. Fantastic games in hockey last night. I would have loved for those games to end in Game 6, but unfortunately, they weren't great for me. We're going to Game 7s, and we have 3 of them. So I have a huge card today. I'm going to look to bounce back. And yeah, I've got a few people that are picking 99 September package. And I can tell you that I am certain, although WagerTalk will not allow me to guarantee it, that I am going to have, especially because all soccer starts and there's hockey and football is starting. I am going to have a fantastic run out for the rest of the year. I can feel it.
I agree, dude.
I have had 3-4 months and probably a good time to jump on board.
He's Carmine Bianco, Andrew McGinnis, Dave Koch, and I'm Lawrence Presman, the Prez. All four of us can be found at WagerTalk.com. Guys, let's get straight into the Colorado-Dallas game, then we'll talk about everybody in the chat room. I got a huge promo up for everybody, flat out. I have one of my rare, and they are rare, 5% plays today. I have a promo for all of you guys, like always. Basically, it's regularly $40. You can have it for $25. Use the promo code Prez, 5% NHL. And keep in mind, guys, I am a perfect 4-0 in 5% NHL playoff plays, a perfect 4-0, and I'm on a 28-5, a 25-8, 5% all sports run. So Hector, Oscar, Elliot, Davey, Anthony, Stefan, Nate, Steven, Richie Rich, Matt, Frank, Wet and Sloppy, who thinks Dave is sexy, Wheezy, who hates the Raptors, John Howard, Jeff, RV. Get your butts over to WagerTalk.com and use the promo code Prez, 5% NHL. Get on this play tonight, guys. Dave Koch, let's go straight to you. Colorado, Dallas, Game 7. Colorado's got all the momentum, but maybe the worst goalie in the history of the world in net. They are minus 125, a total of 6. Talk to me, brother.
He's the holdup because the Avalanche they're playing better than Dallas right now. But, man, I've seen Michael Hutchinson for a while, and he literally was, I believe, the 62nd or 63rd ranked goaltender in the NHL this year, which means he's not even rosterable. And he wasn't dressing in this series until the injury came and forced Francouz out. Not Francouz, the other guy, Grubauer. And then it's just amazing that he's managed to play as well as he has. But he's still the one goal he lets in. The other day it was a bad goal. I can't put any faith in him. That's the holdup for me in this game, because aside from the Avalanche, they've got the Stars backing up. Let's put it that way. Now Dallas is they got to be kicking themselves. They haven't been able to close out against a backup goalie who was just awful this season. It was like an automatic loss when whenever he took the ice. Yeah, and I just can't lay a price with Hutchinson. I mean, I know he's playing well, but I can't do it. And what's interesting here, by the way, we are seeing some sharper money coming on Dallas in this game, for what it's worth. Okay, it doesn't mean it's going to win. I'm telling you that the line is dropping on this game, even though the ticket count is on the Avalanche. The line's now 116, 118. I think the highest I'm seeing is 125 actually, at places that don't deal ridiculous lines. I can't play Dallas because Colorado's got them by the short hairs right now. But I just can't back Hutchinson. And the other thing is, even though I know what I know, I can't bet the over either, because he is hot, and he might stay that way for another game. If I had to pick the game, I'd take the Avalanche.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Dave. I mean, Hutch is the problem here. Andrew, talk to me, dude. What do you like in this game? Yeah,
first of all, guys, it's just pretty amazing. We have 3 Game 7s taking place. I couldn't imagine With all the sports going on, we'd have, just so lucky to have all these great games, and now 3 great game sevens.
Exciting.
They were all 3-1, by the way.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Nice comebacks.
But the way I really look at it is that, I talk about, Dave mentions it on the First Pitch show and some of the guys. We're into the point now where we're not looking at past season statistics. We're looking at current season or even just current form. It's like if I saw Carmine rip 5 shots, I'm going to believe he's going to do it again. I'm not going to bank on someone to fault. So all the Hutchinson talk to me, it's like, hey, he's played on some bad teams. He's played on some teams with bad defenses. And he's playing on a team right now with a hell of a lot of momentum. And it's not like they won their last game, 2-1. Like, they won it in convincing fashion again. So I don't see a reason why not to like him right now. He had that one bad goal to start the game, and it showed a lot of mental toughness to just bounce back right away. A couple of key saves that were almost one-on-one stuff. So I got to appreciate that. So I have no issues personally with Michael Hutchinson right now until he gives me a reason to have them, because he certainly hasn't quite yet. But, as far as this, I'm actually just going to look towards the over here. I just expect goals left and right. We saw it yesterday in the Islanders game, and if you're a team totals better, you've done pretty well over the past couple of games. And I think in these Game 7 situations, possibly looking at a team total over here, this Colorado Avalanche team, maybe the safe play, but at the same time, I believe that if they're going to go goal for goal, the successful team is going to be the Colorado Avalanche. I do lean to them. I kind of said to myself that if they win Game 6, Game 7 is definitely theirs. Momentum is in their favor.
Yep.
It's going to be about the start, though. So it's funny, guys, because this series has had a lot of fast starts. We've seen Dallas. We talked about it a lot. Dallas, scoring more than we've seen them score in years. But it wouldn't shock me to see a lower scoring start to this game and then see it really pick up as things progress, the nerves start to kick in, and desperation starts to kick in. So that's kind of what I'd look at here. I like the over. I like Colorado to get the job done, but I hate to be a broken record, but I had somebody on Twitter say to me yesterday, if you're betting on hockey and not betting these third period overs, you're missing out, because this is a perfect example here in a game. I believe that midway through the second, 5 minutes to go, you can probably get let's say over 4.5, over 5. I think it'd be a good bet on spot.
He's Andrew McGinnis, and I couldn't agree more. Carmine Bianco, what are your thoughts in this game?
Yeah, well, 2 things is I've got a great line on Colorado because even though Colorado is minus 125 to win this game, I've got Colorado at plus 500, because I did tell you when the series was 3-1, Colorado was plus 500 to win the series, and I said that was a fantastic bet. At the time, I thought it was a very good bet because they possess the kind of team that could come back in this series, and if it gets to Game 7, the line was never going to be more than 130. Prez, I told Tony Finn via email is you'd have a great opportunity, obviously, to hedge out. As far as the game goes, I'm not saying I'm a fan of Hutchinson, but I just think that he's doing, whether he's the 60th or 100th best goalie in the NHL, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, is just stopping some pucks. Dallas' scoring has tailed off. They're not scoring 5 goals a game like they were. They're not coming at the goal the way they were. It's one of those things where we've seen some regression in their offensive attack. Colorado scores 4 goals today. It's enough to win. They make a score 3, and it's going to be good enough to win in this game. It's a Game 7. I get it. Anything can happen, but Colorado has been the better team the last couple of games. They've shored up. They're playing better defensively, and I think they get the win. You got to lay $1.25. It's not really a lot for when you're looking at 2 teams, neutral zone, neutral ice, whatever you want to call it, no fans. They're the best team in this series, and you're only paying $1.25 in a Game 7 on them. So give me Colorado.
There you go, guys. Carm likes Colorado. Andrew likes Colorado. Dave would like to like Colorado, but he's a goalie away from making that a play. I want to welcome everybody in. Frank Budd, I just checked the coupon code, and it works fine for me, so please check it again. I haven't made a quick adjustment. Scott Lafredo, he says he's depressed this morning because of the Islanders. They're equally depressed, Scott. It's funny, and I don't know if you guys think this way, but, when I lose a bet, I get very, very upset. Carm, you were talking about this earlier. It rocks my world. The only solace I take when I lose a bet and I feel like garbage is, do the players feel worse? And I'm going with yes. I was on the Islanders last night. Anyway, welcome everybody to Puck Time. Patrick Harkinson, I haven't seen your name. Thank you so much for joining us. Alex Hart, like always. Christopher Ferrari, how are you, my friend? Jeff Swassey, Steven Pizzo, he's a big Flyer fan. Let's go Flyers. RV, Demko killed him. Hector, we love you, brother. Illuminati's, greetings to you, my friend. And Hector, what happened to Vegas? We're going to get into that right now. Wheezy B, still mocking the Raptors. Be careful, Wheezy B. That shot was a series changer. And, Carm, I don't know if you watched it, man, but I think it could have been more dramatic than Kawhi's if it was a series clincher. And what we need to remember is it really was, to some extent, it was a series protector, if you will. They don't hit that shot. They don't go. They're out.
Yeah, they're essentially done. But it's funny because you see all this stuff on. I was at a sports bar or a bar watching a couple of games, and we had our fantasy football draft. So I we were done. I watched the end of the game, and then it took off. And I'm looking at Twitter, and I'm reading all this stuff. And everyone is blaming Taco Fail. You know what I mean? Like on the inbound pass, the guy is like 9'3". How do you get it over him? Tatum didn't guard. He lost OG on the switch. OG ran to the corner and he stayed. So they left him wide open. Blame the guy who's supposed to be guarding the guy who made the shot.
And what a pass that was. Great shot by OG. He's set and ready to go to fire. Got it off quickly, but people aren't going to talk enough about that pass. He made that look effortless, almost like an overhead soccer pass, pinpoint. And at one point to mention, Prez, since we're on the topic real quick, he would never be able to be that far back if it wasn't in the bubble. Because it was a great point I saw on Twitter. If you look at the video, several feet back, and usually there'd be fans there. Probably Drake would be up in his face. So because Taco Fall's there, he's about 5 feet back, gives him more space.
That's such a great point, and Lowry was so classy in the interview afterwards. He's like, I don't want to talk about the past. This is OG Carminobi's moment, and we will let him. You know where I stole that from, Carm.
Yes,
we'll let him. We'll let him have his moment, guys.
That's why I like his prime rib.
You like prime rib?
Lowry's prime rib?
Oh
no, it's not.
I'm like, how did we get into prime? I hate prime. I'm a meat fanatic. I hate prime. Prime rib is an American thing.
You've never had it done right.
Yeah, it's an American thing, Dave. In all seriousness, like honestly, Andrew, Carm, do you guys go to a restaurant and order prime frickin' rib?
No. We have a prime rib restaurant here. It's a chain, but there's not many of them. There's only like 4 or 5 nationally. Lowry's prime rib. It'll spoil you for any other prime rib, but I'm telling you, it is absolutely phenomenal.
I'm too messy, man. If I'm getting ribs, I'm taking it to go.
Johnny Outlaw is losing his crap. Speak hockey. That's
Vegas, Vancouver. Let's go.
Okay. So
well, yeah,
I want to start. I wanted to start with this with a statement towards this Vancouver game. Nobody has given this team any respect, and I am included in that. And I am. I did not bet the game last night, but we're literally getting this team constantly around plus 200. I haven't taken advantage of it yet. Now they're 3-3. They're just playing outstanding. Demko's standing on his head. Plus 180 today to win. They've got all the momentum. Vegas's sphincter pucker factor is at a very high level. Over and under 6. I like the over in this game. I don't know what to do sidewise. I'll go to you first, Dave Koken.
Okay, so let's talk about last night. Because if you look at the shots on goal, it's like, well, wait a minute. It was 49-20 or something like that. It was and it wasn't. This is why shots on goal can be a misleading stat. For much of the season, I don't know where they ended up, but for much of the season, the LA Kings had the second best shots on goal ratio in the league, and the Kings sucked. Because the shots, they were just taking shots from outside all the time. They weren't really scoring chances. And that's kind of the way I looked at last night's game. And believe me, I watched the whole game. I didn't have anything on it. But I'm somewhat of a Golden Knights fan living here in Las Vegas. Very proud of what this franchise has done in the city. They're a tremendous model organization. They weren't really getting great scoring chances. Not that they didn't have any. They certainly had some. But the Canucks defense was doing a phenomenal job of cleaning up rebounds and not allowing great second chances. So a lot of those shots weren't all that difficult to handle. And Demko did a tremendous job, obviously, in turning them all aside. But there are some buts here. So even though I don't think the Golden Knights dominated the game the way some people thought they did last night, they still were the better team. And now we have some situations with Demko. He has never played 2 games back-to-back in the NHL, back-to-back days. He has never played 2 games in 2 days. He's off his first ever shutout, let alone that it was a first ever playoff shutout. It's his first ever NHL shutout. Those are negatives to me. And he did face, even if it wasn't the toughest 49 shutout you'll ever see, in fact, it might have been one of the easiest, it was still a night where he faced a lot of rubber, and he could be a little bit fatigued here, especially since he's never been in this situation before. I think the Golden Knights get him early, and if they do that, I think the floodgates could open in this game. Unlike yesterday, where I wouldn't give out anything on the Flyers Islanders because it was a play for me, this is going to be my free play today, so I can give it out right here. I'm going to go the puck line, and I'm not a big puck line guy. I'll usually go to a -1, but I'm just going to go ahead and take the +110 on the puck line. They better score first. If they fall behind, this might get ugly in the wrong direction. But I think if the Golden Knights come out in the first period, play well, and put a puck or 2 past Demko, I think the floodgates could open and they could get 5 or 6. And I am going to go Golden Knights -1.5 goals, +110.
You know, Andrew, it's funny what Dave is saying, because the way I'm looking at this game is I'm going to lay off at first. I'm going to hope Vegas scores that first goal. And then I'm going to look to grab Vegas on the puck line in-game. That's sort of how I'm going to tackle this one.
Well, yeah, but you'll have to pay a lot more.
Yeah, but I'll also
if they get the first goal, you're looking at laying a big price with the puck.
Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, I do.
But it depends how late it is in the game. He bets it, right?
Well,
if he bets
yeah.
it later in the game, the number's going to be reduced.
Yeah, Andrew, talk to me. What do you like in this one, brother?
I'll tell you, I don't like the price on Vegas. You know, I don't think they deserve to be priced the way they are. And I know that a lot of us have been betting regulations and -1s and stuff like that, but I don't think they deserve that price, to be honest with you. I look at this one. The way I'm looking at it is that, like Dave said, if Vegas doesn't score early, it's Vancouver's series to lose, you know, and I'll be the first one to say, I liked them against Minnesota. I said they had a shot against St. Louis. I counted them out against Vegas here, and they've really proven something special. But look, the one problem I have, and my butt that I have, and I love butts, is that
we all
JT
love
Miller,
butts, Andrew.
With 2 T's or 1?
2. But JT Miller, Quinn Hughes, Bo Horvat, those are the guys that got on the board. Jake Virtanen as well in that 4-0 victory. So the problem to me is that those are the guys that would have to do the exact same thing again. Maybe throw in a Pettersson or somebody like that. My issue is that I don't think they're going to repeat that, and I think that Vegas simply does have more weapons. So look, I'm going to look to play this in-game as well, but I honestly think if you like Vegas, you're going to look at a team total or you're going to look at the first period, because something tells me if Vegas wins this game, it is not going to be low scoring. It's just not. And I think
I agree with that.
Yeah, you see a goaltender that's super hot right now that, you know, he's actually facing some really dangerous scoring opportunities. And, you know, it's not just the defense because he's playing really, really well. But ultimately, you know, it's back-to-back overs from me with these games. But honestly, that's the way I would look here because things are going to change. I think it was 0-4 for Canucks on the power play, 0-5 for Vegas on the power play. That's usually Vegas's bread and butter. I mean, they're lights out. Patrick ready from the dot, Mark Stone down low. They're very strong on that way. So, but the press conference post game, it was weird, guys, because they're older players. They're very experienced, and we saw Pacioretty kind of very quietly. He just said, he's like, yeah, we just, we're one bounce or two away from getting it. He wasn't saying like we have to be better, we have to work harder. He was just saying like, oh, one or two bounces, we would have had the game. I don't know if that's right. I mean, it's 4-0. You can't really say one or two bounces. So for me, I just don't like the price here for Vegas. I don't think they deserve it on the money line or puck line. So I like the over, and we'll see what some in-game stuff brings for me. But I need to see how these teams come out. But honestly, if you like Vegas, I would say first period, because that's what's going to tell the game.
He's Andrew McGinnis, absolutely rolling 67% his last 7 days of all sports plays. Make sure to buy him or somebody else using our amazing special, $199 for a month of anyone's plays. Regular price $349. Carmine, Andrew makes a lot of really solid points.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, you can read all the stuff about team, records about teams who with a 3-1 lead and how they don't lose series and it's stacked against the other teams. But at the end of the day, this is one game. It's a game 7. Doesn't matter what happened in game 5. Doesn't matter what happened in game 6, or if you were down 3-1 or whatever. This is one game, and it's what's going to happen on the ice. Right now, Demko is. You can. I understand it's a back-to-back, and might be his first one, but right now he's coming in on cloud 9. This guy wasn't supposed to be here. Wasn't supposed to be playing. He stopped 92 shots out of 93 on goal, or whatever the number is. In a way, he could be in Vegas's head. The only way to change that is what Andrew said. Vegas has to score first. If Vegas get out to a good start and get a couple of goals in that first period, he's no longer the guy floating on cloud 9. He's now, oh my God, I'm in a fucking series. Excuse the language, but it's what it is. You have to get pucks to the net. You have to get guys in front of the net. You have to take this guy out of his comfort zone. Put guys in front of the net. Get shots at the net where you have guys in that crease. You have guys crashing the net. Whether that's the Vegas style or not, this is what you need to do to a goalie who is completely comfortable right now between those pipes. For me, I'm still going to go. You can't lay the 225. There's no way you can lay that number. If you're dead set on Vegas and you like Vegas, whether you take the 3-way line or whether you take the puck line, and guys are like, oh, you guys have taken the puck line before. It's the only way to go if you want Vegas. It's the only way to go. You can't lay 225 in a game like this. So you either take the regulation line, and if you shop around, you can still find some 130s, 140s, because it's going to be 160 to 170 probably by game time. And if you like the puck line, you're going to get like, what is the puck line? Is it like plus 110?
Plus 110.
Plus 110.
It was actually plus 130 at Circa last night, but it got hit immediately.
Yeah, and I see plus 115 at Bet365, but I understand in the U.S. we have a lot of Canadian viewers, so you can get it plus 115 in the U.S. unless you're in the East Coast, New Jersey, you can't get it Bet365. So that's the way I'm looking at it. I have no feel on the total whatsoever, so I'm not going to tell you I like the over, I like the under. I have no idea, just because it's all. It all relies on what Vegas does in the first period.
This is just not a correlated parlay type of thing, and I don't do them. But I mean, if you think Vancouver's going to win, I think you got to play the under.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, if you think, I mean that to me is the only way to go. Because they cannot get into a shootout with the Golden Knights. They'll lose that.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. I think if you think Vegas is going to win, it's going to go over, and we already spoke about that earlier. Guys, just to let everybody know, there's no puck time tomorrow. We're going to do the New York Islanders-Philadelphia game now. Before that, I just want to make mention I have a 5% play up tonight in hockey. I haven't lost a 5% play this entire playoffs, 4-0. I'm also on a 25-8, 5% run. I took $15 off of the play, used the promo code Prez, 5% NHL. It does work, Frank, but I know you bought Carmine instead, and that warms me because, I'm a huge team player. I also want to let you guys know in half an hour, Wager Talk Today goes. This show, first 2 days were completely rough. To yesterday's show with Dave Koken, spectacular. On today's show, Rob Vino and Kenny White, Dave.
Kenny White, yes. Kenny White was America's
wow.
he was America's odds maker for a number of years with Las Vegas Sports Consultants. Kenny is as sharp as it gets. Okay, there's just nobody better out there, and that's a treat for you guys that are, and that's great that you're having guys on who are not with Wager Talk.
Oh, we always do, Dave. We don't.
Yeah,
we don't worry about competition. I mean, from our perspective, we're just focused on providing the best content that we can.
Yep.
Regardless of whether they're at Wager Talk, Sports Memo, or they're a competitor of ours.
This is an opportunity. This is an opportunity for you guys that are watching to find out what goes into the process from somebody who actually set the numbers for all the casinos for several years. Okay, I mean, Kenny is the real deal.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there, dude. I'm super pumped. I just want to thank everybody for telling people to smash that like button. Please, guys, come on, man. Hit that like button. We're at 32. There's 173 of you watching the show on YouTube alone. Hit that like button. We need it, guys. The YouTube algorithm works on comments, views, like button hitting. So I'm going to hit it right now. We are now at 33.
All right.
That includes me. Okay, boys. Let's.
Can I do that?
Sorry, Dave.
Can I do that as well?
Of course you can.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
All
right, let's finish this
right
last
there.
one out. I got contractors outside my door here. Let's go.
Contractors.
Okay, New York Islanders
That's
minus 130, Philadelphia plus 110, over and under 5. I can't touch the total, and I have not done enough research yet on this game to look at the side. My lean right now is on the New York Islanders. What's going on, Andrew? Andrew, the floor is yours. Just let it out.
Carmine Bianco, he's got contractors outside the door. I'm not fucking around with that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's my last day of work here.
Like the YouTube video, and you press the heart button on the Skype, so a
Did?
huge heart
that's
came up
funny.
on the Skype video.
Oh, Dave gave us a heart on our private Skype. Yes!
Got to do it on the YouTube video.
Guys, we got to end the show soon. Carm, New York Islanders, okay, Philadelphia, go.
Okay. Well,
Dave.
I can't say anything on this because I haven't looked at the game yet. So I'll pass to the other guys. This is the tomorrow game, so I haven't gotten to it yet.
Carm.
My play here is, well, here's the thing is, I felt so great about these Islanders this whole time, but I haven't felt great about them the last couple of times. And there's no way right now I can say to you that Islanders are going to win or the Flyers are going to win. I have absolutely no idea right now at this point because I need to find out what the Islanders are going to do as far as goaltending, whether it's going to be Greiss and net or whether they're going to stay with Varlamov. If anything, I'm leaning to the total here because it looks like these teams are now scoring goals. They've done it the last few games, and the total's still at 5, minus 115. I actually think that total is probably going to go up another 10 cents or so. It's never going to go to 5.5, but you might have to pay $1.30 on the over. So if you like the over, take it today because anytime you can save some juice, it's always a good thing.
I do have one thing to say in the game.
Yeah.
They overcame an absolutely horrible coaching decision by Vigneault last night. He had no chance to win that challenge for goalie interference because it wasn't goalie interference. So that tied the game and cost them a penalty. And the Islanders scored that penalty to take the lead. They were really lucky to overcome that. That was a terrible coaching decision. Don't do that again.
Exactly. You're right. Carm, were you finished?
Yeah,
Andrew McGinnis, regale us and let us get over this show.
Yeah, Carmine and I both have New York Islanders different ways, East and to win the Cup, I believe. And, I think that they're going to go back to playing the way that they have to play, and it's going to be low scoring. I think they've kind of, and really tight defensive hockey, the Barry Trotz way. They've fallen into Philadelphia's strategy, and Philadelphia, they didn't look too strong, obviously, in their series against Montreal goal scoring wise, and Fortunately, they don't really have to against a team like Montreal, but they finally got it together against this Islanders team. And I think that the Islanders are going to go back to the drawing board, watch some tape, and realize that they got to just play their game and slow it down. I said that I want the over in both the two first games we talked about, Game 7s. I want to look at the first period under in this Game 7. I believe both teams are going to come out very tight, very defensive style, very conservative, and I could see very minimal goals to start this game out. So that's all I really have. I mean, I have the Islanders to win the East plus 400. I have them to win the Cup. I think this game starts slow. That's all I really have so far.
Yeah, Andrew, guys, what's the chances of there being 2 games on Sunday? 0, right?
Right.
Yeah, so
Right.
no puck time on Sunday. We will see you all on Monday. Labor Day weekend, we're still going to work. Carmine Bianco, Andrew McGinnis, Dave Koken, thank you guys so much for joining us. Make sure to use that $199 offer, everybody. It expires on Sunday, and it won't be coming back. Make sure to check me and Teddy out, 12 o'clock Eastern. Wager Talk today. Dave, you're a funny man. Everyone, have yourselves a wonderful day and an incredible weekend, and we are out.